What's up, gang? Sorry for the background fan, but I'm trying to drown out some noise. We're back at the turbo again. I have a different theory and a different strategy I'm going to go with this time, but I'm not going to give up on it. This thing came from Canada and was built for the casinos on the reservation. It's a very small company that wasn't around very long, and there isn't much information. The company's name was Game Tech, which there's a slot company that's kind of Game Tech too, but they're a much bigger company, and so IGT obliterates anything of this company from searches. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go here, and I'm gonna hop back over, and we're gonna take a look at the front of the game. Stick around.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
You know, long as we're not stuck like whack-a-mole.
I'm getting ready to attack. Fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked. Got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Score, we're keeping tally. I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
So last time we were working on this, I got an LCD installed. I couldn't get the original monitor working, but this is totally hooked up now. I couldn't get a picture on it before. I have basically a test pattern generator for LCDs. This cable is really thick, so I'm just going to cycle through some of the screens and different patterns and see what we got. So green, white, I guess, unless we have a lot of whites. This is the first time I've used this LCD generator. Let's see what it's going to give us here. I'm going back through the white. Seen that one. So I know it's working, so that's a bonus. So the next step is going to be to try to get the game to play blind inside the cabinet over there that I was just showing you. And the problem that I was having, and I'll show you that. So this is the board here. It's kind of like this. Here's the power coming in, and it looks like we have red's usually 5 volts, and then we have green, and there's also a yellow and orange. I can't remember where it was on here. Maybe it's this orange up here, but it was 12 volts like you would normally think. I was able to find 5 and 12 volts, and they were the colors I would think that they were going to be. And then I also had this green, which had no voltage coming to it, and the board wasn't starting up. And so I went through and did everything that I would normally do, and still, you know, no voltage to the board. And so when I tracked it back, where do we come to here? So I think that's where, and that's like the line in filter, I think. So I don't really think that that would have anything to do with it. So what I need to do is I need to pull this out of here and really track the wiring through, because the problem I was having is I didn't have enough room to really get in here and look to see what was happening. And we need to find this missing voltage. This doesn't even go to this. But yeah, we need to find where this is coming from. I assume it's a voltage that we're missing, and it's not like this thing is JAMA, so we just need to figure out what it is, where it's coming from, and why we're not getting it all of a sudden. I have heard this game work. I heard the first time I turned it on, I heard it start up, and I heard cards deal. So I know that the board does work, and it will. we're just gonna have to figure it out. So let me dive deep into this. I'm gonna go ahead and extract this stuff out of here, and we'll see how far we can get on this thing. I think I may have figured this out, so hopefully. This is the game gutted, and on my little work table here. So we have the power brick here. This is where the power comes in from the back of the game. This is kind of like the harness and stuff. And of course, the power supply over here. A couple security switches. One was a lock, and one I guess was like a reset button or something like that. The wiring that I thought that had to do with this line filter, like I said, I was completely wrong. I lost the wiring and trying to trace it, and actually even the wire color I don't think I had right. So it's much easier to see once I had it out of the game, and I can kind of trace the wires, much easier. So this had nothing to do with it. We only have 12 volts and 5 volts coming out of the power supply. I know that I heard the game working once, so at some point the 12 volts and 5 volts was enough to get there, so I should at least be able to get back there again. So what I think happened, and kind of a dumb thing for me to do, but this is what happens whenever repairs take a long time. With this one, we started, the game worked, and the problem was the monitor was out, and it was dead. And it was a monitor, a Hanterex, I think it was an MTC 900 or something, not the 9000 that is common. And it was also like a 9-inch or 10-inch monitor. So it was harder to find info on it, and I spent a lot of time trying to revive that, not thinking about this guy isn't really a collector, so he doesn't really care if this is an LCD, like I have installed now, or if, it's this CRT that it came with. So then I just decided, okay, let's just go with this, let me get this chair out of my way is the problem. Let's just go with the LCD, and this will make this much faster. And so I started that process. By this time, I wasn't getting anything out of the board, but I was going to go ahead and continue. We got this hooked up. I wasn't able to get a signal, and I think that I actually know what the problem was with that. It was a completely different problem. The problem with this, we had LED light up on it, and basically I just wasn't getting any sound or any visuals, so I didn't have any confirmation. But like one of the first few days when I was working on it, there was an alarm that was going off, and I was just messing with the monitor. Well, I couldn't just undo the speakers as they were soldered in. I would have had to clip them, and I didn't want to do that. So, the next obvious thing to do would be to look for a sound pod on the board, which I do believe, here's a screwdriver, right here by this dip switch bank is a potentiometer. And if you just kind of look without even really looking at the circuit, here's the potentiometer, here's the speaker wires. So I'm willing to bet that that's probably the volume. And then, so I checked it, and it is maxed out all the way to one side. So most likely the sound is turned all the way off, because I seriously doubt if I turned it all the way up on myself. So there's one problem. It may have worked last time. The video signal and stuff I'll get into in a little bit if we can get this working. I need to get back to moving and setting stuff up. I was working on this last night, so I'm going to try to set this up real fast, run a converter card. I have the video signal already wired for it. I just need to run the 5 volts for the LCD converter, and then hook up this little LCD guy and run power to it. And then I think we should be able to turn it on. I think we'll be able to see the game, maybe even possibly hear it if I turn it up this time. So I'm giving the thumbs up now because I'm excited and I think we got it this time, but we'll see. Give me a few minutes, I'll set this up. Big moment of truth here. I think I have everything hooked up. We got the LCD converter here, or CGA to VGA converter. And then we have the little monitor board back there. This is the little remote board. I have a remote hooked up so that I can adjust it from back here. And video power to that. And I think we're ready to turn it on. Hang on while I get rid of this cat. My roommate's cat is howling. Listen to Bob Barker, folks. Always have your pets spayed or neutered. Okay, so I have everything hooked up to one power switch, so I should be able to turn it on. The LCD comes on separately, hence the remote, which sucks, but it's actually like a TV. We can hook up a DVD player to it. It's got HDMI in. We can do a lot with that little thing. But all right. Oh, I'm kind of scared. Okay, so what we do want to see, let me put you in a good view for this. We want to see an LED come on this board. And then this one right here. Let's see, where's this LED on this one? I don't remember where the LED is on it. Okay, it's right here. So right there and right there, we want to see light up. That means both boards have power and we have potential. So let's see. Fire in the hole. Okay. Oh. And it says no signal. Let's go mode. Video. I think that should be it there. Let's see if we have any sound. And if this is a volume pot. I don't hear any scratching or screechiness. Just make sure it's not on a different one. And there's still some things we can check. We're not completely out of the woods. Okay. So one thing we want to do here is, let me see if I'm zoomed in. I want to back up so you guys can kind of see both. On these little menu buttons here, we want to just hit the menu and see if it pops up on the LCD. Then we know we have, completed that. And it's this one here. And I see no on-screen display. Oh wait, is there? No. So we don't have signal from here to here, it looks like, or at least complete signal. So I should be able to see something. Let's try the other input and see if it's on this one. Nada. See, no signal. So it's acting like it's getting a signal here, but no video. And like I said, we should see a on-screen display of some sort, which we're not getting. So let me do some research. And it's possible that it's just not compatible from here to here or using both. I'm not sure about that. That would suck. I can try my other little TV on here and see if I can get it to come up that way. But it's possible we're not putting any video out too. But we should still see it on screen display. Huh. Bummer. All right, let me think about this for a minute. We'll come back and we'll try one more time before I take off. I was hoping I would just be able to put it together. But we don't have any... There is something coming out of the speaker. That's louder. Wonder if we can try to coin it up, or see if we hit one of these test buttons. Nothing happened there. No. That's the coin counter. It says in, remote, and test. It went up so many, like it went up so many credits maybe? Is that this? Same thing. See if it adds the same amount of credits on it. This middle one here. Yeah, it added 100. So that little switch in the back, I think that was this one. Or is it just that I do it every time I pick this up? Let's see if I don't touch anything, if it does it on its own in a second. No. I don't know. But it's doing something, I guess. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, well, I don't want to bore you with just staring at this board. I'll stare at it myself and see what I can figure out. We'll be right back. Okay, after a little bit of adjusting, and basically it's just kind of connection issues. I was able to get this come up, so it looks like we're in a test menu, but the game is coming up, the board is working, we have liftoff. I just need to figure out which of these dip switches to flip over here. Sorry that it's dark, I just wanted to be able to see it. But I have to figure out which of these dip switches to flip, and then I think we can start putting it back together. I gotta sort out the connection issue here. There's a little bit of a power issue, a little bit it doesn't like this thing is a little stiff, but it's nothing that we can't handle. But that is super, super positive. I'm stoked. So stick around, we are gonna solve this one. Oh, actually, I'm out of time. Crap. So this is going to be the end of this one. But we did get it going. I am going to go ahead and finish moving for the day. Well, yeah, just for the day, not finished. And tonight I will start back up with this and release it the following day. So if you're interested in this at the moment, just check back tomorrow and we'll have the final result for you. But that is awesome. I'm so stoked. Ready to get this one wrapped up. All right, thanks for watching, guys. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volts. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted. I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching.